See, the reaction in the domestic stock markets at the opening bell this morning is not a surprise at all, given how much US equities fell on Friday and how Asian markets opened this morning. The reason is known to everyone. President Trump's tariff announcements have really spooked investors who expected the measures to be more contained. That said, the charts of the Nifty, small caps, mid caps and the NSE 500 are clearly showing that important historical supports have been tested this morning, and that there has been some sort of recovery from the very large gap down that we've seen. Still, I think it's very early in the day and it's only the first day of the week. Therefore, we will advise that investors should neither panic nor should they really rush in to buy, given that global cross-asset volatility is very, very elevated as macro undercurrents continue to shift. Now, negotiations between nations that have been impacted by President Trump's measures cannot be ruled out, so it will be prudent to see how things play out. In summary, exercising caution is the name of the game, and that's what history shows us. So let's keep it that way.
Implementation of tariff by Trump. What is the situation?
Well, situation around the world is reminding me of 1987 Black Monday, when the stock markets in 1987 had fallen down very sharply. We are seeing the Asian markets as they opened in the morning, from India right until Japan, whether it was Singapore's Straits Times, whether it was Korean Kospi, Japan's Nikkei, Hong Kong's Hang Seng, all markets down from 4% to 8%. American markets itself on Friday were down and they lost more than 6%. I think the rippling effect, cascading effect, or the other markets, Asian markets take cues from the American markets every morning when they open because of the time difference. So taking negative cues, the markets have really reacted badly. And I think the fear in the minds of investors and traders is that this might sink the world into recession. The reason for recession being that the global supply chain will be impacted. America is going to suffer the most, because American markets have fallen the most over the last few days because of President Trump's announcements.
What is the future of India in this situation?
Well, I'll first comment about America. America is going to see inflation. America is going to see shortage of goods. President Trump wants factories. He wants to make America wealthy, rich again, which cannot happen overnight. As for India is concerned, I think India is quite immune to this fall. India is a domestic driven economy. 60% of our economy comprises of consumption. We are 145 crore people. The economies which are sharply dependent and heavily dependent on exports, they will be impacted more. I can name a few: Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh, who will be the most impacted because they are totally dependent on exports and largely to America. And if we talk of textiles, we talk of electronics. As far as India is concerned, there will be some minimal impact on, let's say, precious gems and jewelry, on seafood, automotive components. Now pharmaceuticals also. Earlier he had exempted, but now he's been giving threats about pharmaceuticals as well. India will see some kind of impact, but I'm sure India has got the whole world to explore as a market. India has got Europe, India has got Southeast Asia, India has got Africa, India has got West Asia. So Indian markets are relatively immune as compared to the rest of the emerging markets. But overall, the investors are going to see this volatility and this fall. So my advice to investors in this situation is that they should not invest in one large chunk. They should invest piecemeal. If they want to enter the market, it's a good time to enter the market. On each fall they can invest. People who are already invested are in losses should not get into panic selling. There are a lot of investors who are doing panic selling, which is what we are witnessing. Hundreds of lakhs of crores of market capitalization has been eroded. America itself has lost about more than 6%, which is about 9 to 10 trillion dollars. Indian markets, when they opened in the morning, lost a market cap of 19 to 20 lakh crores. I'm talking of the morning numbers. Same goes for the rest of the Asian markets. I think as of now, it's a mayhem, but I'm sure this will turn around. President Trump may have to take back some of his decisions facing this protest from within the country and rest of the world.
Indian market following the global bloodbathing market, how is these trends?
So this is followed by the US tariffs, Trump's tariffs. Yesterday, on Friday, we have seen major downtrend in the US markets, both the Nasdaq as well as Dow markets. When the markets opened today, so there was a lower circuit in Japanese market as well as Korean markets. Hang Seng was also down 10%. Comparatively, we have also opened down, but comparatively, the impact is not that much. We are down by 4%. And going forward, there is a murmur, there is a buzz that these tariffs are going to be deferred by 3 months. So hoping that some sense will prevail, because these tariffs are going to disrupt the world market, not world capital markets, but the economies also. So, and there are certain sectors where India has an advantage as far as tariff arbitrage is concerned. These sectors are textiles as well as pharmaceuticals or IT also. So we see if these prevails, then we have advantage in few other sectors also.